Let's freaking go. Mets a win, baby. 10-3 over the Arizona Diamondbacks in the home opener. And what a statement the Mets made today at Citi Field. That place was electric. It was electric. And it sucks at the same time. You know, it's nice to have a blowout, but at the same time, it would have been nice to have a game where you're on the edge of your seat and the crowd just explodes when something big happens. But either way, the crowd was electric. People getting there at like 7 a.m., tailgating. You had the Tom Seaver statue that was unveiled today. You had a lot that happened. And then, of course, the Met game itself. And this was just a very exciting game. And the Mets offense exploded. Before anything, quick disclaimer. If you're wondering why I have a bunch of pillows stacked up behind me there, I have to move stuff and flip my mattress up because my cat thinks that my bed's a litter box sometimes when I'm not around. But anyway, without that, because nobody cares about that, if you do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like on it. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Met fans. We cover every single Met game here on the channel. And turn the notifications on so you know when I upload. But what a game this was. Things got a little dicey in the first inning. It got a bit shaky. You had Bassett get into some trouble. It took him 25 pitches to get out of that inning. Thankfully, he did not allow a run in that inning. So that was good to see Bassett work out of trouble. And he had it going, though, for him. Pretty much after this, he was locked in. He had everything going for him. He ended up allowing one run, of course. But outside of that, he had everything going for him. The Mets, though, in the first inning, how about them? McNeil, he got a base hit. He had a tap into the infield, and he just ended up getting a hit there. Then Marte blooped one in the center. Lindor then hit one the second. The only play was out at second, so you had runners on the corner. Alonso then got a sac fly that drove in McNeil, and then Escobar popped out to end the inning. So the first inning, the Mets were already up 1-0. And then you had a 1-2-3 inning for Bassett right after that in the second inning. This is something that we're noticing with the Mets pitchers, where if they struggle in an inning, they come back the next inning and they are lights out. As a 1-2-3 inning, no strikeouts. It was all pop outs in that second inning that Bassett forced, but nevertheless good. Not a lot of offense for the Mets in the second inning. Travis Jankowski getting a double was really about it. How about him getting a couple hits today? As obviously, I forgot to mention as well, Mark Hanna and Brandon Nimmo unfortunately entered the protocol, so they were not in the lineup today. But it didn't matter because Jankowski was great today. Third inning, you have Perdomo get hit by a pitch. That was really about it for what, quote-unquote, trouble really happened there. You had a strike him out, throw him out also, though, there with Varsho. And then Perdomo tried to steal second, and he got gunned out. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name right. And then Ketel Marte flew out. That ended the inning as Bassett kept cruising along. In terms of the Mets in that inning, pretty much the same thing as the first inning, where McNeil got a single to right field. This time, though, Marte got a grounder. He got a grounder. The out was made at second, none at first. But then Marte went to steal second. He successfully steals second. The ball, though, was thrown to center field because the Diamondbacks just can't play defense. So Marte went to third. Lindor then walked. Runners on the corner for Alonso. Again, he ends up getting a sac fly, but then Escobar flew out again. But the Mets did score another run. It was 2-0. 1-2-3 inning again, though, for Bassett in the fourth inning. No strikeouts here as well. All either groundouts or pop outs. So Bassett wasn't really having a lot of strikeouts until a bit later in this one. But overall, that's what happened there. And then in the bottom part of the fourth inning, Robinson Cano hit a home run. And if you had that in your bingo card, congratulations, because I don't know how you predicted it. An opposite field home run with Brody Van Wagenen in the building. It must have gave him a boost today because, yeah, who had Robinson Cano hitting a home run today? But he did, and it was a pretty good home run as well. So I'll take it. 3-0 Mets. Fifth inning, then this was where Bassett got a couple strikeouts. He struck out Beer on a high pitch that he got him to chase on. Then Alcantara grounded out to Escobar. Herrera walked, and then Perdomo struck out on a nasty curveball that Bassett was throwing, and that's something that we talked about last time. His breaking balls are absolutely disgusting, and I love watching Chris Bassitt throw those breaking balls. For the bottom half of that inning, oh baby, did we have some action. Starling Marte with a hit to center field, and then Francisco Lindor tanks one to the Coca-Cola corner for a 2-run blast, and it made it a 5-0 Mets lead. And that ended up taking Davies out of the game. Widelka came in. He hits Alonso on the first at bat, but he got out of trouble as Escobar struck out looking, and then Cano ground out. And earlier in the inning, Jeff McNeil got out. For the 6th inning, yeah, Varsho, who hits a home run to start things off, and that made it a 5-1 game. So, was Bassitt going to get into trouble? No, of course not, because he gets the next 3 batters out. Peralta struck out on a gross cutter. Outside of that, it was 2 groundouts, but overall, love to see that. Smith then came in for Widelkin, and Smith got the rest of the game for the Diamondbacks, and they did not care. They were sticking to him. And how about Travis Jankowski with a bunt hit in that inning? That was it for the Mets offense, but they still had a hit in every single inning of this game, which is very impressive. 7th inning, Shreve came in for Bassitt, and he struck out 2 batters on just disgusting splitters low in the zone, and then he got Alcantara on a gross splitter on the outside part of the zone for a 1-2-3 inning. Absolutely love to see that. Well, he went down looking. He didn't swing at that one on the outside, but nevertheless, he had a nice inning there. A 1-2-3 all strikeout inning for Chase and Shreve. And then the Mets offense got back to work as Lindor stole second, and then Escobar got a RBI double. That was a blooper as Pavin Smith, he base planted right into the grass, the outfield grass. His sunglasses broke. He probably broke his nose or something. Not actually, but I don't know. But that made a 6-1 game, and the Mets continued their hit for every single inning at that point. 8th inning, Drew Smith came in for Chase and Shreve, and you had Guillorme come in for Cano since Cano got his last at-bat that last inning. It almost wouldn't have been his last at-bat considering how much they were hitting in the bottom of the 8th, but we'll get to that. But Drew Smith, he made quick work as, you know, he walked Hernandez, but the umpire had something in his eye, so it took him out of rhythm, but it didn't matter because he got right back in the rhythm and forced a pop out and a ground out. We go to the bottom part of the inning, and the Mets offense was staying alive throughout the entire game, and it continued. J.D. Davis, he starts the inning off with a walk. Jankowski then with a hit to left center field for a single. Travis Jankowski, my God, who had him getting this many hits today. McCann then, he flew out and in foul grounds to first base, my bad. And then McNeil flew out, but the Mets offense exploded as Starling Marte hits a 3-run bomb that makes it a 9-1 game. He hits that to left field. It was a no-doubter. According to that Twitter account, would it dunk? That would have been a home run in every single ballpark. And then Lindor hits a home run to left field after. That would have been a home run in 24 out of the 30 ballparks. That made it 10-1. And yeah, the Mets were pretty much, it was a lock already that they were going to win, but that pretty much confirmed it. Alonso then walked, but Escobar ended the inning striking out. Escobar had a bit of a rough day at the plate, that is for sure. He had a hit, he had an RBI, but still. And then for the 9th inning, Reed Foley came in, and Nick Plummer came in to play right field. It looked like it was going to be quick work as Reed Foley struck out McCarthy with ease, but things got a bit shaky as he walks 2 straight batters, and then Beer ended up hitting a ground roll double to left field that made it a 10-2 game, and then Alcantara ground one the second, but a run came in that made it a 10-3 game. So things got a little shaky. Was Trevor Williams going to come into the game? Nope, it did not matter because the Mets closed this one out. Herrera struck out on Sean Reed Foley, and that ended the game right there. In terms of the final stat line for Bassitt, in 6 innings pitched, he allowed 2 hits, 1 earned run, walked 2 batters, 6 strikeouts for him on the day, 1 home run. His ERA is now sitting at a .75. Scary stuff. And runners at scoring position, the Mets were 2 for 9, while the Diamondbacks were 1 for 5. Left on base, the Mets had 7 runners left on base, with the Diamondbacks having 5. Shreve, he was perfect in his inning of work with 3 strikeouts. Drew Smith was perfect. Well, he wasn't perfect because he walked the batter, but he still got the 3 outs. And then Reed Foley, he had 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 2 earned runs in his inning of work and allowed a hit. In terms of who had a big day, Starling Marte. Last video, we were talking about Marte needs to come up big. He needs to start hitting a bit. Well, how about him producing with 3 RBIs on the day, 3 hits, 3 runs. So he had himself a day at the plate. Jeff McNeil went 2 for 5. He struggled in the last 3 at-bats, but he still did really solid. So I'll take that. He didn't strike out. Lindor had a great day at the plate as well, as he was perfect. He had 3 RBIs. He had 2 hits, 2 walks on the day, and he did not strike out. Alonso, he had 2 RBIs as he was getting a couple sac flies all day. Escobar, he had an RBI. Cano had an RBI, of course, with the home run. Outside of that, he didn't do much, but doesn't matter. JD had a rough day at the plate. He couldn't get a hit, and he struck out twice. Travis Jankowski, 3 hits on the day. And then James McCann, yeah, it's scary with him. But the Mets come through, and they win this game 10-3. Huge home opener for the Mets, and I definitely am satisfied with what I saw today. Tomorrow, we got Cookie Carrasco on the mound for the Mets against, let's quickly see who the Diamondbacks are trying out there for this tomorrow's matinee game. Zach Gallen, that's right. So Gallen versus Carrasco, going to be an interesting game. But that is going to be it for me in this one. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy, leave a like on it. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Met fans. Turn notifications on, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's go Mets, baby.